The sixth episode of Long Way Home finds Ewan McGregor and Charley Boorman 8 days into their ambitious European motorcycle journey, now deep in the enchanting Swedish countryside as they continue their vintage bike adventure from Scotland to England. After navigating the challenging Norwegian fjords in the previous episode, the duo crosses into Sweden with high spirits, looking forward to the relatively flat terrain and the country's famous hospitality. Little do they know that mechanical troubles and unexpected encounters await them in this seemingly peaceful leg of their journey. The episode opens with stunning drone footage capturing Ewan and Charley cycling through lush Swedish forests under clear blue skies. 8 days, Charley remarks as they stop at a scenic lookout point, reflecting on their journey so far from Ewan's Scottish home. The camaraderie between the two longtime friends remains evident as they trade good-natured jabs about their riding styles while navigating the winding country roads. Their vintage motorcycles, lovingly restored before the trip, shine against the backdrop of Sweden's vibrant countryside, though Ewan mentions some concerning noises coming from his bike that foreshadow trouble ahead. As they make their way towards Stockholm, following roads less traveled rather than major highways, Charley's vintage BMW R75/5 begins showing signs of serious mechanical issues. The camera captures his growing frustration as strange sounds emerge from the engine, culminating in an alarming plume of smoke that forces them to pull over in a remote area with limited cell service. "Alright, so what is your problem?" Ewan asks with a mixture of concern and dry humor, as they assess the damaged bike on the roadside. Their attempted repairs using their limited toolkit prove insufficient for the mysterious mechanical failure, leaving them stranded miles from the nearest town and testing their problem-solving skills. In what becomes one of the episode's most heartwarming sequences, a local farmer driving past stops to help the stranded motorcyclists. Despite the language barrier, the farmer, Eric, communicates well enough to offer assistance and leads them to his nearby home where they might find tools and shelter while figuring out their next move. This unexpected detour introduces viewers to Eric's charming family and offers a fascinating glimpse into rural Swedish life that would never have been part of their planned route. The impromptu visit to Eric's farm provides one of the episode's most memorable moments when they discover his 9-year-old daughter Anna confidently driving the family tractor. "My daughter, she's 9, Eric explains proudly to an astonished Ewan and Charley. "She's been driving since she was 6. The camera captures the genuine amazement on the travelers' faces as they watch the young girl expertly maneuver the farm equipment with precision that would impress many adults. This unexpected discovery leads to a wonderful cultural exchange about different approaches to childhood independence across countries, with Ewan and Charley reflecting on how such early driving would be unthinkable back home. As the day progresses, Eric introduces the rest of his family. 3 children, he explains, pointing out his 16-year-old son who helps with mechanical repairs and his 14-year-old who zooms around the property on a dirt bike, displaying riding skills that even impress the veteran motorcyclists. The family's self-sufficiency and practical skills become a recurring theme throughout the episode, offering a contrast to the more urban-focused skills valued in the visitors' home countries. Through broken English and enthusiastic gestures, Eric's family shares their daily routines, including how they maintain their vehicles and equipment without easy access to repair shops, knowledge that proves invaluable for addressing Charley's bike issues. While Eric and his teenage son help diagnose Charley's mechanical problems, identifying a cracked gasket that needs replacement, Eric's wife Ingrid welcomes the travelers into their home for a traditional Swedish meal. The documentary crew captures beautiful moments of cultural exchange as Ingrid teaches Ewan how to properly prepare traditional Swedish meatballs with lingonberry sauce, and explains the significance of various family heirlooms displayed throughout their farmhouse. This unplanned domestic interlude provides a welcome contrast to the road-focused segments and reveals how unexpected detours often become the most meaningful parts of long journeys. One particularly charming segment features the family's Swedish white moose hunting dog, which becomes an immediate favorite of both travelers. "You must say hello to the dog," Eric insists when he notices Charley's initial hesitation around the large canine. "That dog is so kind she will only kiss you," he assures them. And indeed the footage captures the gentle creature's affectionate nature as she quickly wins over both men. "She's a Swedish white moose hunting dog, but she's not barking for the moose," Eric explains, detailing how the well-trained animal assists during hunting season but remains gentle and friendly year-round. "She is always kind. Everybody loves her," he adds, as the dog calmly accepts pets from the visitors while viewers see Ewan particularly bonding with the animal. While waiting for parts to be delivered from a nearby town, Ewan and Charley embrace farm life for a day, with cameras capturing their often humorous attempts to assist with daily chores. The segment where Charley tries his hand at operating the farm's vintage tractor provides comic relief, particularly when compared to the effortless skill demonstrated by Eric's young daughter. Meanwhile, Ewan joins Ingrid in collecting eggs from the family's chicken coop, using the opportunity to practice his limited Swedish phrases, with amusing results that the documentary team captures with subtitles for viewers. The episode takes a more reflective turn when evening falls and the family gathers around a fire pit outside their farmhouse. Under the lingering light of the Swedish summer sky, conversation turns to the differences and similarities in their lives. Eric shares stories of his family's long history on the land, going back several generations, while Ewan and Charley talk about their previous motorcycle adventures and what drives them to keep seeking new journeys. The camera captures these intimate moments with soft, natural lighting that emphasizes the genuine connection forming between the travelers and their impromptu hosts. A particularly moving segment comes when Eric explains why he stopped to help strangers on the roadside without hesitation. In Sweden, especially in rural areas, we must help each other, he explains. The winters are long, and sometimes help is far away. This philosophy of community support and interdependence clearly resonates with both Ewan and Charley, who reflect on how modern urban life often lacks this innate sense of responsibility toward strangers in need. The episode skillfully uses this encounter to explore larger themes about connection, trust, and the different values that shape communities across cultures. The following morning brings both good news and challenges. The needed parts for Charley's bike arrive via a local delivery service, and Eric's teenage son proves instrumental in helping complete the repairs. However, when Ewan attempts to pay the family for their hospitality and assistance, Eric firmly refuses. "No, I never take 1 krona, he insists, demonstrating a principle of hospitality that clearly touches both travelers. Instead, they agree to share contact information and promise to welcome Eric's family should they ever visit the UK. A moment that reinforces the episode's themes about the lasting connections formed through travel. As Ewan and Charley prepare to depart the farm with fixed motorcycles and full hearts, the entire family gathers to bid them farewell. The camera captures emotional hugs and handshakes, as the travelers express their deep gratitude for the unexpected kindness they received. This sequence powerfully illustrates how their journey has become about much more than simply traveling from point A to point B. It's about the human connections formed along the way, and the reminder that genuine hospitality exists across cultural boundaries. Back on the road with functioning motorcycles, Ewan and Charley discuss how their unexpected detour ended up being far more meaningful than their originally planned route would have been. They reflect on the lesson learned about embracing the unpredictability of travel and allowing space for unexpected encounters. As they cross into southern Sweden with renewed enthusiasm, the episode concludes with spectacular drone footage of their motorcycles winding along coastal roads as the sun begins to set, their headlights illuminating the path forward as they make plans to cross into Denmark in the coming days. The 6th episode of Long Way Home perfectly balances the practical challenges of long-distance motorcycle travel with the emotional rewards of cultural immersion. While mechanical troubles could have derailed their journey, instead they became the catalyst for one of the most meaningful encounters of their trip. As Ewan poignantly observes in the closing moments, sometimes breaking down is actually breaking through to something better than you had planned. This sentiment captures the essence of not just this episode, but the spirit of adventure travel itself. The understanding that the most memorable experiences often come from the unplanned detours and the people we meet along the way.